Bakari Machumbo, our MD, is saying Africa is 18 years old on Africans are 18 years old on average. Then he's talking about the mean age, fairly young. How useful this is this fact, or how do we make it useful considering following? If you are to place Africa or Tanzania's majority between 1 IR and 4 IR, where are the majority? Where does the majority fall? Where will African leaders, both political and business, etc., be? How do these leaders then take their citizens to be ready for 4 IR challenges and opportunities? And in fact, I'm going to add to Bakari's question is, should we as Africans be really looking at 4 IR, or should we be looking at 5 IR?
Let me tell you a fact. Even if we want to go to 2 IR or 3 IR, we don't have the money to do that, because those revolutions are based on brick and mortars. You have to build things from the scratch. You think we have money to build the toy cities across Tanzania and call them smart cities? We don't have money to do that. Do you think we have money to build industries from the scratch and buy heavy machinery from China? We don't have money to do that. Do you think we can build industry right now competitively and produce product, gadgets that can competitively compete with products that are coming from China and other mature economies? We can't. Do you think we can build industries, traditional industry based on steam engine and everything, and build competitive cars that can compete with the like of Tesla? It doesn't make sense. The only opportunity we have right now is what the digital transformation is presenting to us. A kid in rural Morogoro can attain the same knowledge, the same code as a kid who is living in, I don't know, Silicon Valley. That is what digital transformation is bringing to us. When you have a nation where the age average is 17.9, by the way, that's Tanzania, all you need to do is to focus on the future, is to create a loom for these people to survive what is coming. We're getting more urbanized. Most of the Tanzanian cities are getting more urbanized, as well as, since we want to build a lot of physical industry, I'm not sure if we can be able to reach that KPI, we can be able to build just enough. Then why not capitalize on digital transformation? Why not create digital talent and then export this digital talent into other matured economy? You have platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, Skillshare, where they're looking to recruit talents from across the globe. Why not prepare young Tanzanians for those opportunities? Why not?
I agree with you.
You're getting where I'm. I
get where you're going to. But I still think what you're trying to say is that we have money to consume cars, but we don't have the money to build our own factories to build our own cars. That's not what I meant. What I meant is, okay, go ahead.
If we want industries, we have to be very strategic on what kind of industries do we want, because we've done similar mistakes.
So let's say, for example, Tanzania. What kind of employee can we export from Tanzania? So, for example, when you go to Dubai, you find a lot of Filipinos in the resorts, in the taxi drivers. You find a lot of guys from Bangladesh. When you go to Philippines, you find that they actually have an industry whereby they create employees that are exportable for those sorts of jobs. So what I'm hearing from you is that as Tanzania, we need to be able to export a certain type of talent out. But then have we really defined what we are really good at? Yani kwa mfano ni hivi, kama sisi tunatengeneza mouse girl wazuri, basi tutengeneze mouse girl waende nje warudishe hela in terms of remittance, si ndio? Kama tunatengeneza madokta na manesi. There was a time Tanzania was exporting a lot of doctors and nurses to Botswana, South Africa, and things of that nature. Then let's focus on that. But when it comes to the 4IR, right? There's a question here from Mwasi. She says, does the requirements needed for the future of work promote the digital divide? Meaning that those of us in urban areas, well, I'm translating, but I'm trying to think of a question. Maybe you've understood it differently. But the kid that you're talking about in Morogoro, the fact that he's working on a 2G network, and I'm sitting, and my kid is sitting at some school in Masaki working on a 4G network, and then he has unlimited internet when he gets home. Those digital skills of him playing on his phone all day. Wakati this other kid has a cracked phone like mine right here, and this section of the phone doesn't work, only this section of the phone. Is that fair?
Whether it's fair or not, it is not fair. It's not fair at all. Is it promoting digital divide? In one way or the other, it actually, yes, promoted digital divide. But is it necessary to be done? It is necessary. I told you how my career started. I have my first access. I was raised in a normal Tanzanian family. I had my first access to PC, niko Tanzania, mwaka wa pili. Out of 2,000 students, kuna computer tatu tu. I just had a chance to pop up within a computer lab, and then I fell in love with the computer. That's how my career started, coding using MS-DOS. It was a Pentium 3, a very slow computer, but again, it opened up a window for me to understand this industry, to build my career to where it is today. My point here is, whether we want it or not, digital transformation is here and it's happening and it's going to affect us all. Are we preparing our youth to capitalize on what is happening? That is up to us to make those important decisions. Because if we don't, this army of young people, especially in urban Africa, who are educated and they don't have anything to do, in one way or the other, it's no longer a time bomb, it's already a bomb. You can see if you post something on Twitter today or on Facebook, for no good reason, people start to insult you, they'll start to call you names. It tells you a lot about our intellectuals out there. Ni vijana hawa Tanzania wamesoma, but they don't have anything to do. They can just stay online all day insulting people kwa just asubuhi mpaka jioni. And they're increasing. They're not decreasing in any way. So if there's any way we can be able to address this using and I can let's just ignore the word 4IR. So basically, digital transformation. Not even robots, not even blockchain, not even artificial intelligence.
But then you might, if the issue, there's another question from an anonymous that says, will the future employees from the rural areas benefit from future technologies? And that goes down to the fact that, unajua tuna tabia ya kusema kwamba kuna vitu fulani tunataka sisi tu. One of the downfalls of one of the companies that I used to work for is that they felt that the devices that they were doing or the service that they were giving was only for a certain caliber of people. Sio umenielewa? Yani kwamba bwana mtu wa Tandale hahitaji hicho kitu. But it doesn't mean that Tandale hamna digital talent. Au mtu labda wa Malinyi hahitaji hicho kitu. What are they going to do with it? When we were building the business cases to get internet into rural areas, there was the whole idea of kwamba kwanza hawana hata hiyo hela ya kutumia. Sio umeelewa? Sasa kama sisi wenyewe as the people who are the gatekeepers think so lowly of our own citizens, the outsider investor who's coming in atamfikiriaje mkulima ambaye anataka mtoto wake atoke kule porini aje kwenye hiyo digital revolution? Amesikia hii podcast, amesema okay mwanangu, mimi ndapiga huwa garagaza, ndauza mahindi yangu yote na ng'ombe zangu zote uweze ukaenda ukasome hii 4IR. Wakati tunaona kwamba kupeleka hiyo 4IR vijijini, it doesn't make sense.
So basically it's first of all, it's a wrong assumption. Technology can be adapted anywhere. I was just talking to someone alikuwa anasema anataka ku raise hela kwa ajili ya kwenda kutrain watu namna ya kutumia software yake. Nikamwambia tayari umeshafail. Kwa sababu nobody analepelekwa shule kufundishwa how to use Facebook. Nobody was sent to school to be taught how to use mobile money. There was no classroom to teach someone how to use WhatsApp. So basically, at the bottom line is that you just need to design for the user. You just need to understand what problem are they facing. If I'm a grandmother and I'm sitting in the village and the only way I can receive money is through mobile money, I will make sure I learn and understand how to use mobile money because it's solving a real problem. So when it comes to adoption of technology in grassroots community and in rural areas, the only issue is that if we are going to create digital solutions, then they should really focus on addressing the problem facing those communities. Because if you're solving a problem, they will definitely adapt. But if you're creating Uber for villagers, to move around, and it doesn't add anything, any value to what they do on day-to-day basis, and they want to use it.
Lakini nani wewe Jumanne, katika hawa vijana wote ambao walikuwa Silicon Valley, kuna mmoja hata unaweza kumvuta ukasema kwamba anaielewa Tanzania ya kijijini au anaelewa tu matatizo na okay, I hate to say this, but they are replicating the likes of Uber and Airbnb and Booking.com. Are they really going back home to Iringa, to Idodi, to actually look at how digital can solve problems in Idodi? Does anybody want to do that? You said it yourself. Most people are going from rural to urban. Wote tunakuja mjini. Mimi mamangu ametoka Mdagulo. Kufika Mdagulo akafika Mbeya mjini. Akasimama pale. Aliposimama pale akaja Dar es Salaam. Chuo kikuu cha Dar es Salaam, si ndio? Akakaa pale. Sasa hivi unamwambia mama twende Mdagulo, twende tukafanya kazi, anakuambia no way. But anyway, let's move to another question by Kamanga Kapinga. He's saying, I was an investment advisor in the capital market space in the past. Pension funds invested heavily in listed entities, Vodacom, CRDB, Swissport, and recently in real estate and sugar plants.